Hi, Miss Vini Srivastava. Congratulations first for securing All India Rank 30 in CLAT PG 2020. I welcome you here and thank you for sparing your time to share your valuable feedback and insights to all the upcoming law aspirants who will be writing this examination in the near future. So, there are certain questions which I would like to ask you in relation to your preparation journey of CLAT PG 2020 only, and you can answer the same. First of all, how do you feel after securing All India Rank 30 in the examination?
Thank you, Yuvakshi. I feel really satisfied because I guess I've given my best. And honestly speaking, I started my preparation for this exam quite late. And it was only in July when I realized that I need to give this exam seriously. Before that, I was preparing for some other exams. And there onwards, I started preparing. But the challenge before me was that we had the CLAT syllabus, but there was a very different sample paper which did not really echo the syllabus verbatim. And then I had a whole year judgments to revise, and past year landmark judgments. There was no limit to studying, so there was difficulty in strategizing initially, but in a month or so, I could do that. Yeah.
Great. So, Vinny, what books or study materials specifically were referred for the preparation?
See, since I had so many judgments and so much of material to study, but there was no one place to go to, especially for this exam. There was no paraphernalia, no ready place where you could go for CLAT LLM's preparation. You had to prepare the material on your own. So I would like to share some shortcut tools since I prepared in a very less time and it was only in September when I could dedicatedly prepare only for this exam. So there are some shortcut tools I would like to say. For instance, referred for constitutional law, I refer to polity, current affairs, that often civil services aspirants and judicial services aspirants also refer to. And I tried to fathom the major topics from the current affairs that these people refer to from the magazines and all. So I jot down all the major topics from these magazines, and then on I research them on the internet and further build upon them on their important judgments and other things. And for other subjects such as arbitration, IBC, I refer to certain specific blogs dedicated to such topics, such as there are blogs by certain firms. So, for instance, Cyril Amachand, which you can follow on the latest judgments and latest developments in this field, as well as I also refer to the quarterly digest of the Society of Excellence of Arbitration Law of RML. Their blog also publishes certain quarterly digest in arbitration law cases. So this is how I made my preparation a little specific on various subjects. Another thing that I would like to add is that since I had less time and I could not cover the major landmark judgments, but for aspirants who are preparing and who are wishing to do well in 2021, I would like to suggest them that they should read books like Zia Modi's 10 Landmark Judgments That Change India and Chintan Chandrachud's book, which got recently released on the landmark judgments, Justice Ashok Gandhi's book on the landmark judgments. So these are some materials which will help students to cover the landmark judgments, because we do not have any ready paraphernalia for CLAT LLM, and it has become very dynamic for students. The latest news that is coming daily. So I followed blogs and live law, bar and bench, SEC online, as other students have also done. So I followed that regularly, but my strategy was used to be that I used, for instance, while reading an article on a particular judgment, after reading that judgment, then I would also refer to all the hyperlinks that are referred to in a live law article. So this is how I was able to cover a lot of things in less time.
Great, Vinny. So, Vinny, what were the major law subjects? Like, what was your priority list while preparing for the examination?
See, we had a lot of major judgments from constitutional law. And this year itself, in the first 6 to 7 months, we had numerous judgments given by constitutional benches. So all of them were important. So what I did was I prepared a list on my own of the topics that used to come up regularly in the current news. So I followed that list more or less, and accordingly I build up. I supplemented that with other materials, like I watched certain videos on topics, and that is it.
So, how did Lex Templum help you in your preparation journey?
Yes, I guess this is a good question because since I joined, I had started late. So Lex Templum mock tests came handy to me, and after attempting them, I could strategize my planning. Yeah, and especially Mohit sir's and Sumama ma'am's lectures, I attended those also, and they were really helpful. Ma'am's lectures on Enrika Lexi, Kulbhushan Yadav, and Mohit sir's on Pandurang's case. All this helped me to quickly cover up everything.
Amazing. So, last but not the least, what are the tips and advices you would like to share with the upcoming law aspirants who will be writing this exam in the near future?
Yeah. So there are certain pointers which I would like to suggest to the young law aspirants, because they have a lot of time right now, so they can read these books that I earlier suggested about on landmark judgments that have come in India. That will broaden their mindset and prepare them to read the coming judgments more properly. Another thing is that it is never too late to start. I started really late, but I could cover up a lot of things in less time. And the day you think that you want to study for a particular exam, start preparing from that day itself diligently for it. And there is nothing in this world that can stop you from cracking it. So I guess this is the shortest mantra I could suggest. And also that if you've thought that you have to make it, do not compare yourselves with your other friends, because it might be the case that they are preparing for this exam since long, but you've started late. So you might not be on the same page, but do not dishearten yourself and keep aside all the apprehensions, whether I'll be able to crack it or not. What will be I don't have the syllabus, I don't have the material, what will happen? All these are all apprehensions which are sham in nature and should be rejected by us at the first instance itself. So I just kept my calm all this while, and this is the most important thing, that despite having prepared less earlier, but I kept my calm, and in the last 10 to 12 days I pushed myself to the edge and completed the all the material that I've thought of. And this is the most important thing. Once you complete it, you will have that sense of satisfaction while giving that exam, that from your side, you have covered all the major things. Now, rest is not in your hands.
Great. So indeed, you have proved that hard work pays off. And again, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your experiences, your insights, your learnings with all the upcoming law aspirants who will be writing this examination in the near future. So I thank you and extend my gratitude on behalf of the entire Lex Templum team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.